I would say that I love that my clients come to me many times not having experienced, platonic, loving, intimate touch, and I get to take them on a journey where they learn about touch and a different form of touch they've never experienced before. That they get to learn that they can have intimacy and they can share with a person and they can laugh, and they can share emotions and they can touch, and those can all be together, and it can be extremely powerful, extremely close and intimate, but still platonic. I think that's very powerful, and I love that I can share that with them. And I would also say that I love that my clients come to me as themselves, authentically, where oftentimes when they're out in the world, they don't feel they can be themselves. But when they're with me, they can be open and they can share, and I will listen and accept them and hold them, and we get to share those moments. So those are a couple of my favorite parts of being in cuddle therapy or being a cuddle practitioner. I have several that I would say are inspiring, where I've dealt with clients who have, maybe different mental health issues, anxiety or depression or trauma with touch, and it's been very rewarding and inspiring to assist them through those journeys, to see how touch can help heal people and help people. I think just having clients come to us is inspiring, because cuddling is not seen as a mainstream therapy or a mainstream modality, and so it's courageous to do something that might not be considered, normal, and to step outside and to seek what you need and to ask for what you want. That takes great bravery, and so I find that to be very inspiring. If I were to look at an actual specific client situation, I would probably say my most long-standing client I've had for 6 or 7 years now, probably the second or third client I had. I think it was the third one. I've been seeing for quite a while. I find his story very inspiring. He's in his 70s, struggled with depression throughout his life, is married in a monogamous relationship and has struggled with monogamy, and often, obviously, that presented issues with his self-esteem, because he wasn't able to uphold those ideals, and with his relationship with his wife. And what I find so inspiring with him is that he has added cuddle therapy, added me as part of his journey to remain healthy. He continues to do that. He has managed to take himself to a pretty healthy place, mental health-wise. His depression is manageable. He is not stepping outside his marriage, because he's found that he didn't realize that actually just platonic intimacy is what he was missing. Sex is wonderful, but he actually didn't have the platonic intimacy, and that was a huge learning curve for him to experience that. And I think my favorite part is his wife knows he sees me. That's great. She knows it's healing, and so she welcomes him coming to see me. His therapist knows that he sees me. And so many clients hold their time with us as a secret, and I wish they didn't feel like they had to do that. And many of them may have to, for various reasons, but I would love it if they didn't have to do that. I think it would be great if they could be open with what we do and the time that we spend together. I don't think of myself as being overly unique. I'm a pretty regular type of person, and I think sometimes that is seen as being unique, because this is a more innovative, like outside the mainstream type of therapy or modality. And so people will maybe expect somebody who looks like they're a little more, kind of on the edge, or a little more, just a little different than the average middle-aged suburban mom, which I am. And that's what I look like. And, I come from a small town, and I present myself that way. And I dress like, most people do in this area, and I'm very comfortable that way. And I think for some people, they would expect me to look like I am part of a more kind of innovative type of you know, I guess I can't think of profession. And I think for some people that makes them very comfortable. That, you know, I look just like anyone else they might run into in their neighborhood, and that creates an instant comfort level for them. And so I think that can be unique. Other than that, I honestly don't think I do things that are that unique, because Cuddlist has excellent training, and you know, I'm very present with my clients. I practice consent. I set boundaries. I practice empathy. I put love out there. I do things that I assume and I believe other cuddlists are doing those things. Of course, it's a little different with everybody, and we all have different energy and approaches, but I think that's just inherent in what we do. So I guess that's how I would say I'm unique. Taking the recertification, so the second time around, because I went through years ago before they had the new one, I actually wasn't sure how much I would get out of it, because I've been cuddling for many years. I've had a lot of experiences, but I found it really to be extremely helpful. I found working with the other people in my sessions to be great. You know, the sharing and the stories was amazing, and we all learned from each other, and everybody was just so open, which was great. Open with our successes, open with our challenges, you know, all of that. So I think the sharing was wonderful. I think what also was impactful was the curriculum. I think the trauma-informed aspect of the curriculum was quite robust, and I found that to be helpful. I've had some training in that, but I think unless you've had a lot of training, just learning about that is so helpful, and has impacted my screening process, questions I ask my clients, and also just kind of being aware of how I may be impacting anybody who's had trauma surrounding touch, or just trauma overall. I would say that meaningful to me is that it has let me do something that I feel I am meant to do. When I found it, it became a light bulb moment in my sessions. I feel so present, and I just feel like it's a place where I can just fully, I have a gift and I can share it, and I've never felt that way before. And that's powerful to have that. And I would say it affords me the opportunity to really feel like I'm helping people, and the impact on the world is, we're setting love out into the world. And, God, what else does the world need more than that? Compassion and empathy, and somebody to listen and love. And I get to do that. I get to send that into the world.